side of the foot down, keep it flat. So
This is exactly what to do when you're getting into.
So as always, it depends, right? But based on this information, I would look to improve shoulder IR and get rid of that high anterior compression. Right? So the way that I like to do that a lot of the time is all fours breathing. It's quite good for people with pinchy shoulders on the front here. One, it's nice because you get some expansion on the front here. And two, you get them into about 90 degrees of shoulder flexion, which is a nice way to sneak some pain-free shoulder flexion into the body, because a lot of the time people with some impingement stuff going on in the shoulder will raise their arm up and they'll get this pinchy feeling, whereas when you do it on all fours, a lot of the time it can feel much nicer to get into those ranges. So let's start there. Then I'd be looking at the shoulder blade, how well they can protract the shoulder blade, whether they can do that without having to IR their arm as they come up. So as they flex their shoulder, can the shoulder blade move around the rib cage without the arm turning in like this and having to pull the shoulder blade around? Can that shoulder blade move by itself? So when you get that little twist in your knee where the femur is internally rotated and the tibia is externally rotated, there are a couple of things, or a combination of things potentially, it depends on the person, that cause that. So it's either one of two things, or both of these things. A foot that can't pronate very well, a hip that can't externally rotate very well. Those are normally the two main culprits. And then as a result of that, you probably have weak hamstrings on the medial hamstrings, and a lack of the internal rotation at the tibia. But those last two are more so a symptom of the position rather than the cause of the position. So learn to pronate your foot, improve external rotation at your hip. That's the best place to start. I would do a lot of open chain tibial rotations as well, so making sure that tibia can actually actively go into internal rotation, and then you can work on pronation, work on hip external rotation to actually carry that over to the squat. And I'm turning my pelvis towards this front leg. You'll feel what that does is it pulls this knee out to the side, right? So I turn everything this way, pulls this knee out to the side. I get heavier on the outside of my foot and the inside of my foot gets lighter. In that position, I'm going to make sure that the inside of my foot is pushed down into the floor. So my body is pulling the inside of my foot away, and I'm just going to use the muscles in my feet, in and around my feet and ankle, to push that inside of the foot down, keep it flat. And then all I'm doing from there is just going down in this split squat, keeping my pelvis facing this front leg the whole time.